talk about my top 10 books that I've read so far this year. These are in no particular order, but I'm going to start with the books that I physically have with me. So first is The Slow Burn by Ali Rosen. This is a very cute contemporary romance set in Italy. I really enjoyed it. Then I have Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. This is the Broken Binding edition. It is gorgeous. Obviously, as a big space nerd, I loved this book. Recently finished Reap and Sow. This is by Charlotte B. Plum, and it's coming out October 6th. This was a really fun fantasy romance in a gothic setting with reluctant allies. Then I have Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I loved this trilogy, and book 1 was definitely my favorite. Then I have Blooms of Darkness. This is a completed trilogy that I also had a really good time with. I thought it was super duper fun. Then we have Daggermouth. This is being traditionally re-released, so I will have that new release date on the screen, but I really loved this as a true enemies to lovers dystopian, and I cannot wait for book 2. Finally, for physical books, I have Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. I really enjoyed this book. I love Dante's Inferno, and I thought this was really fun. For books I don't have is The Poison Daughter by Sheila Masterson. This is also getting republished by Scarlet Press, so I don't have a physical copy, but I cannot wait to have one. This is a wonderful fantasy standalone that is really thick, and the romance is really well done. It is a standalone, but the slow burn is still a slow burn. I also really enjoyed A Bargain So Bloody. I thought this was a really fun twist. I feel like I don't see very many books start with our FMC in prison and needing a vampire's help to get out, and I thought it was really fun. I can't wait for book 2 because I really enjoyed the main characters and their romance. And finally, Out of Cards by Alison Aldridge. I really enjoyed this book. It is a darker contemporary romance. It is kind of like Coyote Ugly meets Sons of Anarchy, and I had a really fun time with it. I'm really excited for book 3. I loved book 2 as well. I think for me, book 1 is going to be my favorite so far.